beautiful humans, and welcome to the Mental Wellness Wake Up Show. I am your host, Dawn McMillan, the spiritual psychotherapist, bringing you wisdom from both spirituality and psychology so we can all create lasting well being. Thank you for being here. I want to talk to you today about love. One of my readings from my morning practice was that love is the only thing we get more of by giving away. Okay, I have a little issue with the word only. There are plenty of things we can create more of by giving away. And today I want to talk about love. So many of us are seeking for appreciation, for love, for validation, for connection, and we're not finding it. We have what's been called a loneliness epidemic. There was a former Surgeon General out on the circuit recently, a couple of years ago, with his book on loneliness. I believe the UK established a loneliness minister or a czar or whatever they call them in the UK to try to address this issue of massive loneliness, because loneliness is a health hazard. There's an quoted study about some nuns, and they started looking at these nuns' diaries, and they discovered that the nuns who were the most connected had the happiest feelings, and the nuns who were the most connected and had the happiest feelings had the longest lifespan. So we're not just talking about loneliness as a problem because we don't like the way it feels. Loneliness can actually increase your likelihood of depression, of anxiety, of heart attacks, of high blood pressure, and other really deleterious health effects. So what are we going to do about it? Right? We're all more connected than ever. And I just want to share with you that I have been a little bit divorced from my phone. I think I mentioned this before, and I don't feel lonelier. In fact, I feel more connected because I'm more fully present in the moment I'm in with the people I'm with. So we think that having social media, we think that being able to reach out to people at any moment through our phones is making us feel more connected. And sadly, that is not the case. It can be. But if it's the only way that we interact with people is through a tiny little pocket screen, that's just not nourishing to our nervous systems. We weren't evolved to communicate through glowing pixels on a screen. We evolved to see each other in person, to get the pheromones, to notice the body language and all of that. So, what are we to do about this all? Love expands the more you spread it around. But here's an important caveat for that. Love is not need. Love is not expectation. Love is not demand. Love is not greed. Love is not control. Love is not domination. So many of us, when we're looking for love, are looking for someone to complete us. They're looking for someone to fulfill our needs. We're looking for someone to give us, to make us feel whole. We're looking for what we get out of the relationship, instead of who are you being in relationship to that other person. I'm taking this course with Jeffrey Allen, and he talks about how your chakras can sometimes be reaching after people, right? So there's just this different sort of energy that we encounter with each other. And sometimes we are going out with all of our energy, reaching out from us with little tendrils, trying to grasp onto people, to cling to them, to suck their energy because we feel so empty. That is not love. And that will not get you the love that you desire. The love that you desire is created by generously sharing it without grasping, without expectation, without keeping score. Well, I did this for you, so you should do this for me. I know what your favorite food is. Why don't you know what my favorite food is? It's avoiding the temptation when you've been lonely, when you've been struggling, when you've been suffering, to see the first person who pays attention to you as the only oasis in the desert. We've all been around people where you just kind of look in their direction and they come at you with the full force of their need. They want to suck you dry from your attention, your caring, your very being, or at least that's how it can feel. And when we've been lonely, when we've been disconnected, we can become that hungry ghost. We can be looking at everyone so desperately, like, see me, validate me, make me feel important, that we have all of our energy out in like suck mode, like we're little vacuum cleaners trying to put our tendrils on people. That is not a healthy energy. That does not get you the love that you desire. That does not feel good to the people around you. So, how do we get the love that we want? How do we get the love that we desire? How do we get the love that we need? Spread it around. It's such a cliche, but just give love willy-nilly, not because the other person deserves it, but because you do. We are the recipients of the feelings that we create. So when the first person who gets to feel love when you start spreading it around is you. You are the first person who gets to experience the delight of being in connection to another person. And it doesn't matter whether or how it is received. It doesn't matter whether or how it is returned. And I don't mean that broadly, like just go around giving people things without regard for what your relationship with them is. That's the mistake we sometimes make. We go from I'm grasping, 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 grasping to, well, I'm just going to do things for people and I'm going to shower them with love. I'm going to love bomb them and then they'll love me back. That's not what I'm talking about. That's not genuine. That's not true. That's not from a place of truth. That is not from a place of honesty. And that is not love. That is a manipulation. Being loving and generous and helpful to people in order to feel needed is not love. That's a manipulation. So what we're talking about here is I'm going to beam love, acknowledgement, and validation for the pure joy of experiencing beaming love, appreciation, acceptance, validation, genuineness. And I will trust that those people who are truly my people will be able to see me and will come and share their love, their joy, their validation, and their appreciation with me. So I'm not demanding. I'm not demanding that, well, I paid attention to you and I listened to your story, so now you owe me. I'm not grasping and clinging. Oh, this person paid attention to me. Okay, this is it. This is my new best friend. This is my new lover. This is my oasis in the desert. It's like, no, I accept that as a glorious and wonderful thing. And now let's explore what this relationship might be. But I'm not coming at it with, oh, okay, well, I beamed some love, now you owe me, and I'm not coming with oh, this person showed me a little acknowledgement, so therefore this is a love relationship of some kind, and they're going to be my everything, or at least half of my everything because I have this one other person who pays attention to me. Loneliness has a way of turning us inward in such a destructive way because we start asking, what's wrong with me? That I don't have more people in my life, or I don't have the kinds of people in my life that I want. And that what's wrong with me energy just sort of permeates our beingness, and people pick up on that and they start to wonder, yeah, I wonder what is wrong with you. Not consciously. We're not doing this consciously. It's a certain energy of, oh, what's wrong with me? And then that begins to make us wonder, well, anyone who does pay some attention to me must have something wrong with them because there's something wrong with me. And then what's up here? It gets really ugly, really fast and really unhelpful. So if we're in a period where we are not feeling loved, where we are not feeling connected, where we are not feeling appreciated in the way that we desire, I present to you with two questions. One, are you looking for something other than love? Are you looking for other people to make you feel important or validated or needed or worthy? Because that's a black hole no one else can fill. And if you check in with yourself and you're like, no, I'm not looking for other people to fill me up because I can't fill myself up, because I don't love myself, because I don't know that I'm worthy. It's okay. No, that's not it. I've just gotten disconnected from people somehow. Question number 2 is, can you give love to everyone you encounter without demanding or expecting. You beam a little love and appreciation at the barista because they did a great job on your coffee. No, not because they did a great job on your coffee, because they exist and they're in your presence. And then you keep it moving. You're not like, okay, well, I was really nice to that person. So they need to be nice to me back. Be nice if they are. And then you sit there in traffic and, the person crossing the street is taking too long and your light is green and you're still waiting. Okay, beam love at that person. What are they going through that they are crossing the street so slowly? I don't know. Beam love at them. Beam love. And as you are going around beaming love at people without demand or expectation, you yourself are full of love. You cannot beam it without feeling it. So if you want to know how to get the love that you desire, it's to be the love that you desire. Cherish the people in your life that you care about. Cherish is not smothering and controlling. Appreciate the people, places, and things that you have. Um, I was just getting really frustrated with my dog. He's a pit mix and he's so noisy sometimes. Like he just vocalizes constantly. And I was beginning to get really frustrated. I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is this darling, amazing, wonderful being. Appreciate him. Solve the problem of the noise, right? So he's elsewhere at the moment. And love him. That's his whole purpose for being, is to just exist and love and be. And that's an example of what we can be, right? I'm kind of biased about my particular animal, but I don't think he gives love in order to get it. I think he gives love because that's his nature. Spoiler alert, that's yours too. The traumas and dramas of your life have gotten you off course, and you don't know what love is anymore. The love that you've received has sometimes been corrupted by violence, by control, by um, pain. That's not the truth of who you are, and that's not the truth of who those other people are. Bless them, release them, allow them to do their healing. Hopefully they are, and if they're not, they don't need to be in your life at the moment. Do your own healing and know that you really are love personified. Your true nature is love. You have parts of you that just want nothing more than to be love, to be a beacon for love, a lighthouse for love, a glowing popsicle of love. That is who you truly are. So if you are not receiving the love that you most desire, cleanse your expectations of what love looks like. Release your demands that other people fulfill your needs for worthiness, and beam the love that you truly are. Beam it out. Just beam it out and watch how your relationships transform. Watch how people are drawn to you. Healthy people, people with who have done a lot of their own healing. And so the relationships that you create are not based on grasping need, domination, control, validation, external validation. They're based on, I am beaming love and you are beaming love. And what adventures can we get up to? How can we be even more loving in the next moment? How can we create greater because we're in communion and relationship to each other? Doesn't that sound good? So let me take this moment to be the one to remind you that you, beautiful dear being, are whole, perfect, and complete just the way you are. And you are already worthy and deserving of all the good things. So until next time. And please and thank you. If this moved you in any way, form, or fashion, share it with at least one other person who could benefit. And if you can like, subscribe, review, do all the things out on the places, I would be so grateful. I am grateful for you. You are amazing. Please remember that and take that forward with you into your day. Ciao for now.